caring for our seniors. That is the focus of this year's Superior Health Foundation Annual Gala. We want to provide our seniors that helping hand, that gift of companionship. That's why we're gratified to partner with Little Brothers, Friends of the Elderly, and Hospice of the Eastern UP to provide funding for 2 exciting senior projects.
Caring for seniors with a bridging program through the Hospice of the Eastern UP.
Our volunteers go into the home. They can help with grocery shopping, with errands, with housekeeping, with a lot of times it's just respite. A lot of times it's just having companionship, someone to sit and visit with, or to play cards with, or to read with, or just to provide a little bit of friendship, which is what a lot of people need.
So we just started it small. We have just a few clients, but word of mouth is spreading. We have a client over at an apartment building with retirees, and the word is spreading like crazy over there, so I've been getting some phone calls.
I've been visiting up till very recently a 106-year-old lady, Grace Gorney from the Sioux, that was born and raised in the Sioux, lived in the same house as she was born in for several years. She recently passed away, but the past year I've got to be great friends with her, visiting her once a week, going to have coffee with her, bringing her coffee. I usually stay a couple of hours at a time. She's just a really neat lady. They are lonely, a lot of them. That's the biggest thing. And just to have somebody to visit with, or like Lori says, do some little thing around the house for them, nothing big.
Our volunteers for the bridging program are also volunteers for the hospice program. We put them through a 3-hour training, they're fingerprinted, and we do background checks on them. And then they're able to go into the homes. And if there's anything that comes up, they're not sure what to do, we give them advice. Sometimes they're with someone who might be a little anxious, and we just tell them to give them a hand massage, and that's a wonderful gift to someone who's very.
We work really closely with the Chippewa County Health Department, so the nurses that are going into the homes see the value and the needs of having volunteers to help keep our seniors active and connected with the community. So this bridging program is going to be offered for homebound individuals who could benefit from some of the same services that our hospice volunteers provide in the patient and residents' homes. So for the friendly visits, the transportation, being allowed to just having that sense of connectedness and not isolation, because we're really dealing with a lot of senior depression in this area, and so we want to really take the lead and step up and be able to offer these same services. And so with the help of the Superior Health Foundation, we will be able to hire a volunteer coordinator and to really get out and seek and recruit volunteers to be able to provide these services throughout the Eastern Upper Peninsula, and we're really excited to be able to partner together to do that.
Little Brothers, Friends of the Elderly.
Little Brothers, Friends of the Elderly is actually an international and national organization that originated in France in 1946, and then 10 years later came to the US to Chicago. And we since have expanded. We're now in 10 countries, and in the United States we're actually only in 6 locations. So Little Brothers Friends of the Elderly is a volunteer-based nonprofit organization. Our whole focus is to provide friendship to elderly people who are alone and isolated or have little or no family support. We have a number of services that we do provide to help our elderly friends live independently, but the big thing is the friendship. That's what Little Brothers is all about, is providing friendship. We have a small staff, but our staff coordinate volunteers for all the programs that we do, and we're so fortunate. We have over 1,300 volunteers who help us throughout the year.
But I became familiar with Little Brothers through Karen Corpola. She's my good friend there. We've gone, I've loved their luncheons and whatever, and I love to go there and see my friends because I have several there yet. Really, I always say, they serve us well and make good food, but I always said it isn't the food, it's the companionship. I think Philip came from Germany and he worked for Little Brothers. Very, very nice fella.
So I'm a student in France. I have my bachelor degree and I wanted to take time for myself and for other people. I wanted to give my time, and I came here. I have to say the first 3 days were really hard, but then I have been welcomed as a family member by the community, by little brothers, by the staff, the volunteers, my forever friends, you know. And we have built a friendship, and it's going to be tough to leave this place.
So wonderful, wonderful, wonderful people there. Very helpful.